Ryback versus Kalisto is honestly I want to say it's one of the least anticipated matchups for WrestleMania 32. But honestly, when you think about Ryback versus Kalisto, it sort of is one of the most interesting matchups that there is on the pay-per-view. Obviously, I'm not sure if WWE is going to play up on the history between Ryback and Kalisto. Definitely when the WWE World Heavyweight Championship tournament was drawn up, definitely Kalisto being added into the tournament was a real big surprise. I think it was basically looked at by a lot of people that, Ryback was getting a buy, or, just basically a gift of given into the second round of the tournament. And out of the middle of nowhere, they held this match on an episode of SmackDown, and Kalisto pulled off the Kalisto pulled off the upset of Ryback, and definitely they never really played up on the fact of Ryback being hurt by the loss, what Ryback did to make himself try and get better. You would have to go months down the road when Ryback got sick of being a tag team guy and said he was going to focus on himself, and this started to become the heel turn of Ryback. Definitely, Kalisto, looked like $1 million getting a win over Ryback. Then he rolled in and he lost in the next round to, I think he lost to Alberto Del Rio on SmackDown, which would then play into their battle for the United States Championship when they would they have the 2 out of 3 falls match at the Rumble, and they would have other matches where they traded the title back and forth. Especially when Kalisto pulled off that first upset on Monday Night Raw. Kalisto definitely is on the upswing in WWE as of right now, and as of right now, I'm expecting an upset in this deal. Ryback just turned heel. I think that definitely he could take a loss here and not really have a big backlash as of right now. I go back to WrestleMania 29, the turning of Ryback, when I officially felt that Ryback went out the window and he lost all of the momentum he had, when he filled in for John Cena and went up against CM Punk at Hell in the Cell, and he was a part of the Survivor Series 3-way. At one point, Ryback was one of the biggest names there was in the WWE, and then all of a sudden he just fell off the face of the earth after losing one match after another. And I think losing at WrestleMania 29 to Mark Henry was that fact. I know that Henry versus Ryback wasn't the most appealing match, but it was like two big guys that were going to get in the ring and really go at it. At the time, I was thinking that I wanted to see Ryback and Mark Henry sort of climb up the skyscraper that they built there at WrestleMania 29. I think everybody can remember the game Rampage from the old arcade games where you had, I think it was Godzilla, you had King Kong, and I think there was another monster that there was there as well. And maybe that was their own monster. They didn't really have one, but there was a green guy, and you would smash the windows, and the girls would come out and you grab them, and I think it was almost like you saved them, but you were sort of killing them at the same time. So I don't remember. I remember that like as you would smash things, if something was above you, like a flower pot, it would come down and hit you on the head, and planes would fly by and shoot at you. I haven't played that game probably in at least 20-25 years, but it still was a great game at the time. But when Ryback lost that match, I really felt that he lost all of his momentum, and then Ryback turned heel on Cena. He lost I think it was an ambulance match, but it might have been a 3 stages of hell match where it was 3 matches in one, and Cena did the FU on Ryback, and he went through the top of the deal. But, Kalisto, a lot of people have saying, is a guy that they're trying to build up because they want a new Mexican star. They want a new Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio has signed a deal with Lucha Underground, and although Mysterio is not going to be shooting anything for Lucha Underground for a long time, his contract has him tied up until that stuff airs on television. So unless WWE can go to Lucha Underground and work out some sort of a deal where they would be able to use him while he's under contract to Lucha Underground and maybe support Lucha Underground a little bit some way, I don't think there's any way that Mysterio is going to be coming back. So they need to focus on creating a new star. To me, the biggest problem I have with Kalisto is they're still using him as a member of the Lucha Dragons. And for a member of a tag team that is active to be a singles champion is a little bit really weird. And that's why I picked Kalisto to lose the championship to Alberto Del Rio. I guess they went with a little bit of a surprise. But I think Kalisto and Ryback can get this match going. I really think this match is going to be held on the pre-show, which is a match where if you miss it, it doesn't you're not really missing anything. But I don't know. Anything could really happen. I'm picking Kalisto to get the win here, and hopefully someday the United States Championship will not be pre-show exclusive to the WWE Network. But I don't know. When John Cena held it, it felt like this belt really meant something, and it felt like he was getting some prestige back, and that you were hoping when he lost it. But then he lost it in the surprise when Alberto Del Rio showed up, and then Del Rio didn't defend the belt for like 2 months. It felt like he just was holding the belt. They never really mentioned that he beat Cena, and it was what it was. So we'll see what's going down with this one. I'm expecting this to bring on the pre-show, and I'll see you guys down the road.